Okay, today we're going to make beef and broccoli. I've got 6 ounces of sliced beef. As you can see, I sliced it kind of thin, but it's not. I don't like it real thin. I like to know that you're biting into beef whenever you do this. So anyway, I've got 6 ounces of beef. I want half a tablespoon of my cooking wine. By the way, that is a good one. I want half a tablespoon of dark soy sauce. I'm going to mix this up. By the way, I'm using flank steak. I think it turns out pretty good. Strip steak is also real good. Okay. Now I have 1 tablespoon cornstarch. It's a little bit dry, so I'm going to put a little bit more of the dark soy on there. By the way, this is my updated version of the beef and broccoli. Alright. Set that to the side. Now I've got a 1/4 cup of chicken stock, 1 tablespoon of Hoisin sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, half a tablespoon of dark soy sauce, my sesame oil. So I got my beef marinated, I've got my sauce made. I've also got some onion that I've sliced up, some ginger and some garlic, and I have a cornstarch slurry here. Now I don't really measure this, I just make some up and then use whatever I need. Alright, one of the things I like to do when I'm making my beef and broccoli is I like to blanch my broccoli before I cook it in the wok. Get my water boiling, I throw in some sea salt. That's about a tablespoon or 2, you know, just so that the broccoli is not extremely bland. I don't like adding a whole lot of salt in there, just a little bit, because I mean the sauce is going to have stuff in it that's salty anyway. Got the broccoli already up in pieces and washed, so I'm just going to put it in here. We'll bring the pot back to a boil for about a minute. Now there's 2 things this does. This ensures the broccoli gets cooked, because it's kind of hard to cook the broccoli and everything in the steps. You can do this early. It makes cooking the dish a lot faster whenever it's time to actually cook it. You can cook this broccoli the day before, rinse it off, put it in the refrigerator, and then that's so simple. For simplicity, it's really good. Also, it makes the broccoli really bright green. It's real pretty when you do it this way. If you stir fry it in the wok with everything else, it gets all kind of brown and ugly looking. So this is the way I like to do it. Okay, my broccoli's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off. Then I'm going to take it over here to the sink and I'm going to strain it. Strain the hot water off and rinse it off in cold water to cool it down. Okay, I'm starting to see smoke. What I'm going to do, put in some oil. Swirl that around. Make sure my oil's hot, pan's coated. Now I want to start putting a little sear on this beef. Now, I don't cook a whole lot of beef at one time when I'm doing this. In fact, tonight I'm going to be doing 2 batches of this same thing. And the reason being, if you put a whole bunch of beef in there, a whole bunch of meat, it brings the temperature of the wok down, and then the meat starts to stew rather than sear. Okay, that beef is probably 75–80% done, so we're going to take it out. Now, if your wok is real dirty at this time, then you may need to clean it out, but this isn't too bad. Go ahead and throw my onions in here. We need a little bit more oil. Put my garlic and ginger in there. Sorry about the noise. Now we're going to add my sauce. I'm going to add my sauce. Okay, my sauce is good and hot. Put the beef back in. Now we'll add my broccoli. You can put as much or a little broccoli in there as you want. I do like a little bit of broccoli, so I'm going to go ahead and put some in there. Give this a quick stir. Now I don't have a whole lot of liquid in here, so I only need just a touch of my slurry. I'll have to stir this up. That ought to be enough. Yes, that's plenty of my slurry. Turn that off. And there you have my new improved beef and broccoli. Oh man, doesn't that look good?